How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be talking about Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. This is put out by DC Horror and is written by horror legend Bruce Campbell. That's always fun. I love that I can go pick up a Bruce Campbell comic, but also features art by Eduardo Risso. And once again, if you guys are familiar with the past issues, this is good, old school style, war comic pulp. Sergeant Rock, his gang of really cool World War II soldiers fighting some German zombies. A good bit of humor, good bit of action. And this issue maintains the pace. This time around, Sergeant Rock has got to split his guys up into two teams. They know where the lead scientist is. One of the teams is going to try to flush him out, and the other team has to sort of chase after him once he goes out, or at least I think that's what the plan is. And of course, twists and turns and zombies along the way. And overall, another good issue of pulp World War II action. One thing I mentioned last time around when I talked about issue 2 is I was hoping to get to know Easy Company a little more. You know Rock and you start to know the bigger of his team, but I think there might be more people in it now. They show a wide shot with the team, and I'm like, wait, I think there are a couple new faces in here, and a bunch of wacky, crazy characters in turn, all with over-the-top personalities, but yeah, it is a little hard to keep up with all these guys, especially when a lot of them look pretty similar because they're all in uniform. But that being said, also, this is 3 of 6, so this is the halfway point. And I have to say that while I do enjoy good classic World War II zombie stuff, I am hoping that for the last 3, we get a little bit more plot heavy, because these first 3 issues, Sergeant Rock shows up, wreaks some havoc, good action fun, but I am looking for the last 3 to have a little bit more structure, a little bit higher stakes and more suspense. I do want to see, Rock go up against a bigger challenge and have it be a little more plot heavy in the second half. But that being said, this is the end of the first half. This is 3 of 6. So, yeah, go in, do all that pulpy goodness, but I am hoping that in the future it takes a little bit more of a solid turn. But anyway, fun again as always. Without further ado, I'm going to switch to the close-up camera. We'll take a little bit closer look at the story and the art, and if you guys want to see more, you can see a little bit more. I won't be doing any major spoilers, though. I'll just try to show you guys a part of it. Anyway, without further ado, let's switch to the close-up camera. Alright, here we are inside the castle taking a closer look at Sergeant Rock in the Army of the Dead, or versus the Army of the Dead, rather. Sergeant Rock logo at the top, big cool versus, and then the ranking badge there. We also get the DC Horror logo once again. I really do want to see a whole bunch more DC Horror. So far it seems like, they released The Conjuring, then Soul Plumber, and then Sergeant Rock. It's kind of sad that they appear to be doing these one at a time, one after the other. I really wish we could get multiple horror books going at once, because, horror comics did really good until the Comics Code cracked down on them, and it seems like, just recently we're starting to see a solid comeback effort. But yeah, cool that DC's doing horror. The cover here is pretty fun. We get Sergeant Rock and one of the guys there, and he's smoking the cigarette. It looks like he's got a few teeth missing. And then we see he has his flamethrower with the smoke still coming out, and a zombie crawling forward in flames, rather, and a whole bunch of other flaming zombies behind him. That's pretty cool. There's the DC logo, 3 of 6, $3.99, and then 00 311. And there's your little front credits, but if we crack the book open, we get the main credits. The book is called Belly of the Beast. Now, I do want to say, I really do like that they give each story their own title. You know, a lot of times the titles of issues are just plot arc number 1, you know, number 2. So I do like each one gets its own title. Anyway, Bruce Campbell is the writer, Eduardo Risso is the artist, and we get to see the scientist guy, who's the villain they're chasing. And then we get Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun here, and they're talking to the scientist, and it turns out Hitler wants to take the full serum. He needs more energy, and he says, I'm not a zombie, but give me all the serum just like you would give one of the zombies. So he, of course, you know, can't turn him down, and we're gonna see how that goes. I'm kind of wondering, it sounds like they're building up Hitler as the final bad guy in this book, so we'll see how that confrontation might go if that's what happens. Anyway, they go back to their base, and you know how I talked about easy companies seeming bigger? Well, there it is, and it's about twice as large as I thought it was. We get Sarge there and a bunch of faces, new and old, and they say, okay, we're gonna go in and get the scientist. You guys need more gear. So another quick gear scene. Tear gas, better guns, a sniper rifle, but we also get, in addition to that, we get a bazooka and a bigger gun for Sarge. That looks pretty cool. Says that it fires shotgun ammo. Sadly, he doesn't call it his boomstick. That would probably be a little bit too on the nose. But anyway, after that, they go into enemy territory. There's always a bunch of shots like this, you know, with the cool, you know, eyes covered in shadow, big reflection of the binoculars, and we get to see the scientist go in there. So, of course, they start to flush him out. They throw in the tear gas, and that's going to get him to run out of there. There's him getting in the car to go away. And they, of course, are going to break into 2 teams. One of them is going to go in and attack the lab, and there's, of course, the flamethrower, which is hinted at on the cover, and the other is going to go after that car there. And yeah, so we kind of get the action divided in 2 this time around, and we do get some fun moments here, you know. We already showed the flamethrower. Here's a good shot of the zombies, and one thing that I do really like, this fun moment where the zombies are all around them, one of them gets the cigar, the butt of it flicked against his head, and then there's Rock charging out there. So yeah, some fun action, but like I said, a ton of pulpy action in these first 3 issues, and I really am hoping that it gets a little bit more plot heavy towards the end and a few surprises, but as it stands now, it is still really fun. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be, how about my Bruce Campbell playlist? I've talked about a few of his movies. I did a Blu-ray collection for The Evil Dead. You can find the past 2 issues of this, and also just recently I talked about his movie Black Friday, which was a pretty fun alien zombie movie. Anyway, if you want to see more, Bruce Campbell playlist on the bottom. Have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon.